Saturday we get your return, man.
Yeah, man.
WrestleDream. You got a lot on your plate. I mean, I see MVP coming at my man. Nana.
Yeah.
What's
Shelton Benjamin popping up.
There's a lot in the past I could address because the last time y'all saw me, I was not completely out by Hangman Page in the cage match.
Oh yeah.
Got a lot of people talking for a whole month, and I wasn't even on camera. So there's a lot I could address there. There's a lot I could address with the current, and there's a lot I can address with the future. That's the beauty about my presence on this show coming up, especially my hometown, the city I was born.
Oh,
like there's a lot I can go into.
The pop,
man. maybe like the people are just so like enthralled and emotionally connected to me that I don't even have to say much. I let the people just say it. Maybe there's that. Maybe there's some things I got to say to Nana because there's a lot of business things that went like kind of awry with my presence being gone. No championship. Lost the main event of All Out too. So back to back. But there's a lot of positives out there. The contract, I'm going to be signed for like another very long time. So there's things to address there. My health condition, because I haven't been cleared for like a month now. So there's a lot of things to address there. There's just a lot of different things I have on my mind that I can express and go a bunch of different ways, which is very more like, this isn't just like a talking segment. No, this is me like really conveying like new news. Like me personally, my businesses outside of this. The Mogul's not just a name I gave myself. This is truly what I am and who I am. And now like we get to see where we go forward and what we address in the now.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting when, we know when you're coming back, what you bring as far as to the business with not only your work in the ring, but your work on the mic is that feeling. You easily make people feel again. And I think that's what makes you stand out as we are, we're older wrestling fans, smarter wrestling fans.
Yeah.
That is the it factor is who can make you feel something again. And you do that, effortlessly, your storytelling with Hangman, which we'll get into, but you got to be here for next week. But yeah, your storytelling with Hangman, obviously we know you got to get your get back. And the fans of you want to get back always.
Yeah, that's the key. The people want to see what I'm after, and they know what I'm after now.
Yeah.
And like without me even being there, now you're seeing how Nana navigates the backstage without me. You get to see his character arc. Now he's kind of brought in like his last interaction with MVP. He's just like, I wrestled. I'll strap my boots back on and like I'll take you on. I'm like, oh, now like whoever fans that didn't know that he had a wrestling background, now you know. So
let us see.
Yeah,
let us see
like,
that.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But like you peel back another layer right there. So you're seeing Nana's little like excursions going on while I'm away. Like, how does it affect him? How does it affect the show? Like, what things, like, does he not have control of? What things does he do have control of? What things that do I need to come in and step in and be like, all right, I need to step in. I need to change some things. What's my impact to these things and stories that we have going on? Just like when Nana was gone, I lost my Mogul Embassy. Christian and them ran amok on me. Those things happen without Nana's presence there. So now you get to see what happens without my presence there, with Nana being on the show.
One thing I love about the relationship with you and Nana is, Prince Nana, he was a guy who was in ROH.
Yes.
So, he had his, his presence there. But when he started to work with you in AEW is when the name Prince Nana, like his whole persona kind of got elevated along with your elevation. Like you put more eyes on this guy, and now people were able to see what Prince Nana brought to the table. And, notwithstanding what he brings to you in a personal business side of what you got going on.
Right.
But the fact is, and we know, one of the things that gets people most hype about a wrestler is that theme song. That's the first thing that kind of gets you connected. And then, with your song, it's already banging as it is. But then Nana comes out with that dance. And that seemed to have changed everything. That seemed to have, fans who were like, I don't know if I like Swerve, he's a heel or whatever. You get the crowd sing song. You get the crowd involved, and you got everybody, doing the dance, and to me, that just helped elevate you, and you elevated Prince Nana to the point where now more people know who Prince Nana is and know what he's all about.
Well, the funny thing, there was criticism early on. It was like, well, we didn't care about Swerve until Nana came along. We didn't care about the song until Nana added something to it. I'm like, that's the point. That's why we added to another. Like, Jordan didn't win anything until Phil Jackson came along. That's the point. Like, you need that extra oomph. You need that extra push. And have no problem in saying, like, and Nana's adding a dance and a visual to a song is what took it over the top and had it travel the way that it did.
Like I said, the song was already banging though. So.
Right. Like I appreciate it, but like getting the fans to really like, all right, come on, week in and week out. That was Nana's job just on the entrance alone. It's a team effort, and I have no problem sharing that. If I gotta drop 12 assists or him to get 30, I'll do that. Yeah. I don't have to drop 50 every night. Right. That's the point of the team, and that's my mindset in all things that I do. Everybody has to do their part, and if you got the hot hand, push it. You get the hot hand now. You run it, and I'll support you. Just like in music, like if you freaking your solo is just so fire, I'll lay the background tracks. But you're killing it right now. Yeah. I'll see you on the next track.
Exactly.
And that's what we have. And that's another way we connected in that sense was the fact that, like, we both know music. We both gel in music. Nana DJ'd. He made songs. He's recorded. He's worked at Def Jam and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we, like, a lot of those things were very parallel with the teamwork aspect of me and Nana. He's also, if you think about it, he's a guardian angel to me as well. And like, you always want to know, like, what's somebody's purpose for being there? Why are they there? What, like, if he wasn't there, what would have happened? Like, if Nana wasn't there, I would have lost Texas Deathmatch. Yeah. If you think about it. If Nana wasn't there, Luchasaurus would have killed me with a chair on the House of the Dragons match. So, like, there's a lot of times he's bailed me out or ran interception on my demise, and that's what kept me alive and going.
Or as Bill Belichick said, he did his job.
He did his job. He did his job protecting his asset, which is Swerve. Swerve is the asset. And especially as the champion, I was like the ultimate asset for our team. And for all Elite Wrestling. So he looks into like the bigger picture of things. Sometimes I'm a hothead and I'm ready to go back in the ring and fight. And Nana's holding me back. No, not right now. The bigger picture is this. So he's like also that consciousness on my shoulder telling me like, tap into it, or like, no, not right now.
It's not the time.
So there's a lot of different meanings and like purposes that maybe a lot of people don't see or overlook because everything has to be big for wrestling fans. If it's not big, then it's not meaningful. I'm like, no, the subtleties is what makes it meaningful, and that's what carries the story, and it carries the dynamic between us as people, as humans. You got to understand me as a person and understand him as a person before you understand us as performers.
Right. And those are, it's the little things, it's the details that people don't see that make some of the greatest things that we all know and love. If there's one thing you cannot fight, it's chemistry. You guys got chemistry, whether that be with your opponent or, with your manager. And so I think that's why a lot of fans are on pins and needles trying to see what you're going to do on Saturday because you guys are definitely a dynamic duo. You guys got to make sure that you check out WrestleDream this Saturday.
What can we expect? We don't know much about what you're going to do this weekend at WrestleDream. Yeah. What can we expect on
something like you can always expect my next evolution of me in any sense, and the subtleties. Like maybe like my hair is different, maybe my look is different, maybe something's different. You'll feel something different in the air, and that's something I always love bringing to the table. Like, you don't know what to expect, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of who I am and what I do and what I offer. Like, even Tony Khan doesn't know what to expect. And, like, he just says, show up to work, and here's what you got. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Go out there and make it happen.
And but he trusts he knows I can make it happen.
Right.
And that's kind of the imprint I have on the show right now. And I love it. I worked really hard to gain that. And I was patient too. I took a long time, and I was patient. I didn't rush into it. I was like, let's see how the landscape takes course, and I will find my way and adapt into that. And then now people are anticipating a return of who I am and what I have to bring and what's different, what's new, and what old things I'm going to address.